Okay. So anyway, again, this is very important for us. So we would like our executives would like to share to you who we are, what we have, but at the same time, we also would like you to learn from us. But first, I would like to recognize the presence of our media friends. Palakpakan naman natin yung ating media friends. Thank you for being here. We actually have people from the press. We have bloggers. We also have someone from public relations, so that's very interesting. We would like to thank and recognize the presence of Baldwin Felipe from Manila Standard. We have Renz Chan, blogger. We have actually 3 more bloggers, Ayesha, Ray, where are you? Okay, Ray and Yoli. Thank you. We also have Peter Calderon coming. Okay, so of course we also have Cherie Salgado from Public Relations. She's actually the head of the agency. Okay, so at this point I would like to introduce to you our executives. They actually just arrived last night. No? So medyo wala pang mga tulog ito, but they look very excited anyway. So it looks like they did travel like 24 hours, is it? Right? So I would like to start with our Chief Executive Officer in the middle, Mr. Russ Fletcher. We have our co-founder, Mark Walker. We have our Chief Sales Officer, Curtis Call. We have our Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Steve Elder. And we have our VP of Finance, Josh Gagan. And by the way, my name is Beth Anyana. I'm the General Manager of Xyngular Philippines. And also, I would like to recognize, medyo full support po tayo, ano? I would like to recognize also the presence of the executives' wives. To start with Deborah, the wife of Mr. Ross Fletcher. We also have Tammy, the wife of Mr. Curtis Cole. Tammy over there. We have Doreen, the wife of Mr. Steve Oliver. And of course, we have Julie, the wife of Mr. Mark Walker. And hindi ako magpapatalo. Siyempre, I also have my own team in the Philippines, which I am truly proud of. I would like to recognize the presence of our Senior Sales Manager, Andrea Dumancas over there, Ladies over there, Ricky Pagadia, Field Development Manager. We also have our HR Manager, Lizelle. She's actually going coordinating, right? And of course, we have this person who is in charge of all of the events, including tomorrow, Miss Chad Federes, our Senior Product Regulatory Manager, Events and Communications. Okay, so there you go. At least you know a little bit of us, no? But of course, I know you want to know more about us. So we would like to give the floor at this point to our executives. So.
All right, I guess I'll start. Well, hey, first off, thanks for coming. We appreciate you guys coming to check us out as we get ready to launch Xyngular here in the Philippines. And, you know, we're obviously very proud of our company. We've worked very hard to build a good company. And even from the very beginning, we wanted to build a company that was a good company. We wanted to build a company that was unique and that had the best interests of our distributors and our employees. And so we worked very hard to make sure we had good products, make sure we had a pay plan that paid the brand new people, paid people who were building, and paid the leaders well, and didn't have a lot of things to hold them back. And one of the things we're very proud of is that our company helps people do better. It helps them be better. We try to enrich their lives with some of the other things that we do, both travel, other rewards, and contests that we do, so that people have a chance to. I like to say they get to live life, right? A lot of people, everybody has a life, but we used to really do some fun things in that life and see some beautiful places in this world. And so we've tried to build all of that into Xyngular and make it so that people can have fun and they can do well. Each one of us have potential inside us to be amazing, right? And we want to make sure that this company helps people be their best, do the best they can, and just basically grow as much as they can grow. So it's all wrapped up into what we call Xyngular, and we're very excited to be able to launch here in the Philippines tomorrow. So again, excited to be here. We have great plans for the Philippines. I know that Filipinos are very hardworking, they're entrepreneurial, and you guys have contacts like nobody else in the world. I don't care if I'm in Canada, the U.S., Hong Kong, Japan. There's Filipinos, Europe, Filipinos, right? And you guys are tight knit. You communicate. You're together, and it's powerful in our industry to have those kinds of relationships. And I fully expect our business to grow here, but that with the contacts you guys have elsewhere, I'm gonna be very excited when I meet Filipinos in Canada. We're part of Xyngular. The U.S. we're part of Xyngular, and eventually Asia and Europe. But yet the Filipinos have key footholds in those markets. So I'm very excited about that in the future. Thank you.
So I'm Russ Fletcher. I'm the CEO of the company, and in the last 5.5, 6 years of Xyngular's growth in the United States and in North America have been phenomenal. As you have in your packets, you can see a series of honors and awards that we've received that are exciting, and I'm happy to entertain questions about that later. But we have seen remarkable growth, and as we try to remember, all of our growth comes from helping people improve their lives, whether they're improving their health, whether they're improving their financial situation, whether they're simply being given to have experiences that they did never really dream possible. That financial growth comes as the result of actually helping people grow their own personal lives. That's something we take very seriously. And we always knew that the day would come in which we would need to expand our worldwide footprint. And as Mark was stating, it's not an accident that our first step outside of North America is the Philippines. We're very excited to be here. We have seen the opportunity, as we've been preparing for this event tomorrow for some time. We believe that this is part of the next stage of our company's growth, is to step beyond the borders of North America. Primarily our footprint is with the United States and Canada. So to step beyond that into the Philippines is very exciting for us. We just had an event 2 weeks ago in Canada, and I was at the hotel that we stayed at in Canada, and I was talking to the person at the front desk, and she said, "Welcome to the hotel," but she greeted me by saying, "Welcome, Mr. Russell, sir." And I said, "You're from the Philippines." And she said, "I am from the Philippines. How did you know that?" I said, "Because they're the only people in the world who greet me as Mr. Russell, sir. That's the only place I ever get treated so politely." We had a great conversation, and I said to her, "We're going to do the same event 2 weeks from now in Manila that we're doing today." And she got a little emotional. She said, "I have family all over the world to respond." So we're excited to take what we have done in the United States and Canada, bring it here to the Philippines, and then from here we launch this.
Well, what I'm excited to share is just a little bit of what is coming. Something big is coming, a little more related to the culture and community. We like to consider ourselves a healthy lifestyle community. And we're bringing some products here that will help with weight loss, as well as some products for health, because we believe health is a journey. I have my own journey. I came to Xyngular about 30 pounds overweight, and I lost 8 pounds in my first 8 days on our systems, went on to lose another 22 pounds and changed my own lifestyle, where I exercise and try to eat better and take our supplementation and do our systems, and it makes a difference in my own health. And we believe that weight loss is a doorway to health. A lot of people want to be able to get that, but then continue on their health journey. I turned 50 here in February, so I know that the health products are just as important in what we're trying to do. So we're really excited that those are coming to be a part of it. But the community and culture is really the key. It's a community that we're bringing and expanding, as Russ said. It's already well established in North America, but we know that there's many people here who would benefit from being a part of this healthy lifestyle community to improve their health, also with the business opportunity associated with that community, those that are helping those people lose their weight and gain their health. But there's an amazing travel program that is also a part of this, where people can travel the world, where Xyngular provides first-class travel experiences for them, lifestyle, to be able to enjoy that newfound health. And we do it with people you love. We do it with guests. We bring you, the partner, as well as others. One other guest can come and have amazing experiences from the sun and beaches of the Caribbean to the Mediterranean to South Pacific and Bora Bora, if that sounds fun. There's all these amazing things that we can bring. And I think the heart of that I wanted to share of the community is that people are truly trying to enjoy life. And in a lot of ways, what you see is that people, when they're coming to change in their health, is that essence of change and really the power that comes from confidence that you can do these things. That confidence builds, it brings great results from a health standpoint, but also some great confidence builds some great results from a financial standpoint. And to be able to go throughout the world and have new experiences and adventures makes it all just a wonderful experience. And we're excited to share that here in the Philippines and bring that and all of those things here to you tomorrow. So thank you for letting us come and share that with you today.
I want to echo what Mark and Russ and Steve have said about our appreciation for you coming out today to learn more about our company and the things that we are looking forward to doing here in the Philippines. We are a company that is very passionate about helping other people to succeed and helping other people to become the best versions of themselves. In my role overseeing sales, that includes working with our events team, also our member service team, and understanding that when we have an event, it's about the distributor. And when we are putting together the way that we do service, it's about the distributor. We are very intentional about the things that we do for the people who become associated with our company. And the reason we do that is because our foundation comes from someone who himself was a distributor. Our founder and the majority owner was a distributor many, many, many years ago, decades ago, but gained a deep understanding and a love for what it is that a distributor does for the company, but also the way that we can contribute to their lives improving, their families' lives improving. And so we remain every day intentional about the things that we are doing, the decisions we make, and how it helps the distributor. We don't think about just revenues and profits and all of those things. While they're important to us to maintain a healthy company, we make decisions with that end user, the customer, or the distributor in mind, and making sure that they have a great experience with our company. Some of the ways that we manifest that have been described already through our travel programs, a world-class compensation plan for the distributor, top-level products that really work and get results for people, but also in little ways that we interact with them. We have a program that we call WOW Service, and the idea is to provide better than expected customer service to people, and to do that by exceeding their expectations. And we also allow our employees, at times when they recognize an opportunity, to send a card or send a gift to customers where they think that might be important, because we want to make them get off the phone or finish reading a card or something and say, wow, no one's ever treated me like that before. And so those are little things that manifest how much we want to make a difference. I also want to add, before I pass the mic along, how excited we are to be able to work with Beth and her team here in the Philippines. Beth has been around direct sales for a long time, and she is awesome. We have learned a lot from her about doing business here. We've learned a lot from her about the industry and how do we support the Filipino in their quest for success and for a better life. And so we have what we believe is the best general manager for a direct sales company here. We love this business model. We are members of the DSAP, and we are all in on direct sales. We love it. We love what it does for people. We support it wholeheartedly, and we look forward to making a great difference in the lives of thousands, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of Filipinos as we establish our presence in the market over the years to come.
Magandang hapon. Pero wala na. Luto na ang Tagalog ko. So, no, I am super excited to be back here in the Philippines and be here with Xyngular. I was telling a few of you that I actually lived here in the Philippines for a period of 2 years, back in 1997. I lived here, pero sa Pangasinan, Benguet, Ilocos Norte, so Samtak, you know. So, but I'm super excited because I grew to love the culture and the people here in the Philippines. Like, I love the people. I love the children, interacting with the kids here. And so to be able to be here with Xyngular and bring our product back to the country that I learned to love so much is awesome for me. So I'm super excited. We have such great products. But the thing that I want to touch on too is, as a company, we also have substantial resources to be able to invest in the Philippines. And from a financial perspective, that's one of the things that I'm watching very closely, right? As we enter a new market, we want to make sure we set that market up to succeed. And so we've invested substantial means into setting this market up and making sure that it's going to be as successful as possible. We have an office in Makati, which is in a great part of the town there by the Greenbelt. But we also have 15 or 16 employees now. 17. So we're up to 17 employees here in the Philippines to help support grow this market. We've invested heavily in creating an office and a team and a culture that will help support the growth and the success of this market. And the one thing that I also wanted to point out, as we've invested in this, I echo how much we love Beth and her team. They are fantastic. And that's one of the things that, at Xyngular, while we're always looking to help people become more and help our distributors change their lives, we're also worried about changing the lives of the people that we work with, that we interact with. And so we're always working with Beth and her team very closely to make sure we're also taking care of our employees. So we've implemented things such as, with Lizelle's help, we've implemented things such as flexible work time, right? Because we know traffic's horrible, but we want to take care of our employees. And so if they need to come in early to miss traffic so that they can leave early, we do that. Or if they stay in the office late, then we let them work from home the next day. So those are the types of things that we're willing to invest into our employees, because not only do we want our business to succeed, but we want our employees to succeed as well. And we know that by doing that, the entire market will be more successful and will bring better things in the future for us. So Chad's back there because she's excited about that. So, but we appreciate the opportunity to be here. It's a great market. We're super excited about the opportunity to grow here. We know it can be a fantastic place to do business. So we're excited to see what the future holds as Xyngular launches.
All right, thank you. Again, my name is Beth, and there is no doubt I am the newest kid on the block. So, pinakabago. But I would like to share to you how it is to be part of Xyngular in the Philippines. So it's like this: in my past jobs, if my family would ask me to choose between family and work, I would choose work. And that is because of fear of losing a job. But in Xyngular, or with Xyngular, you don't have to choose. And why? Because it's actually a win-win situation. They fully enforce the work-life balance, and that is one of the values that we truly are very grateful. And I think for us, it's a blessing to be part of Xyngular, and I'm sure my team will agree with me. And there are a lot of values that we have experienced, and it is something that we are very proud of. Now, Xyngular moving forward as we do business, we are very excited. Why? Because we know we have products that truly work. We have compensation plan that is very generous. We have a unique culture, not just within internal, we also have very unique culture externally with our sales force. And I would say you have a one-of-a-kind support group from the Philippines. So, yun po, medyo talagang it's something that we are truly proud of being part of Xyngular. So. Okay, so we are actually ready for Q&A.
Hi, my name is Ayesha. Yeah, I'd like to ask, what's the initial required investment for Xyngular?
Are you asking the initial required investment
Yeah.
for the Philippine market?
Yes, perfectly.
So it's substantial. So to do direct sales business here in the Philippines, you have to, I can't remember the exact peso amount, but it's about 200,000 US dollars that you have to put into a bank account to even start to do business. For the distributor or for us?
For this
For those who want to.
That's more personal. Not 200,000.
Perhaps that should hand.
So actually for us, for you to join us, there are two types of registration. So one is if they can actually just be the user of the product. It's at 840, and with that they actually can get the product at a discount. And if they intend to do the business or they want to distribute our products, it's 1,960. VAT included.
And what Josh was starting to say at the beginning is to give you an idea of the investment we've already begun to make to be able to do that here. And that's more from our side.
Hi, good afternoon. Congratulations. I'm Ray or Steve. Yeah. My question is, among all the countries in Asia, why did you choose Philippines?
Well, a couple of reasons. Number one, so I've been with a couple of different companies in my career, and the first time that I came to the Philippines was 1997. And we launched in the Philippines, and I traveled extensively through the Philippines, meeting different distributors and holding meetings, and I, at that point, realized, number one, just the entrepreneurial spirit that's here. The Filipino people work hard, and you're connected, right? And then as that business went to Hong Kong, went to Taiwan, New Zealand, Australia, back to the U.S. and Canada, I realized just how strong the Filipinos are networked. We're 10 years old, but like Russ said, we're just in the U.S. and Canada. Those are our current markets. To get a true toehold around Asia and the rest of the world, the Philippines is a great place to start. And so, that's one of the reasons that we felt so strongly about this market is the entrepreneurial spirit. The ability that we have to make a difference here, both health but also income for people. And then this is something I get excited about, but as the country grows here, as we grow our market, and then the ability that you guys have to sponsor into other countries is huge. And then the money flows back to the Philippines, right? And so I'm just excited for the market here, but also for the future as the market matures here and you guys start spreading out. It's going to be an amazing situation for our distributors here. So it's going to be very exciting.
One of the things that Mark alluded to was the connectedness or the relationships that Filipinos have, right? And what we've learned about direct sales over our various careers is that it's in our best interest as a company to follow the organic relationships of our distributors to new places. It's a very difficult thing to just show up in a country and say, hey, we're here, and expect to get traction as a business. So part of why we're here, in addition to all of the great things Mark described, is our existing relationships and networks sort of brought us here. And the very reasons that brought us here, we believe, are the reasons why the Philippines will not only be a strong market for us, but will be a launch pad for other parts of Asia and other parts of the world, because now a people who are so well networked will be working and building businesses that will then lead us to other places, again, through organic expansion, through relationships and networks that already exist, rather than trying to force our way into a country. Thank you.
Hi, Ram. Do you think other channels like e-commerce can help you move your product, or do you think more traditional peer-to-peer style of selling will work better, taking into account the buying behavior and the consumer landscape in our local scenes?
This is a great question. As I said earlier, we are very intentional about being a direct sales company and leveraging the peer-to-peer style of selling. We believe it is still today one of the great ways to move products and to give people an opportunity to build their own businesses as entrepreneurs, micro-entrepreneurs in a way. And so we will always be true to that model. That said, we have had conversations about other ways that we might be able to move our products, whether that's through e-commerce or other types of selling. But I will say this, any of those decisions that we make going forward, they have to benefit the distributor. So if we come up with e-commerce or other selling strategies that can help a distributor build their business, we would do it. If it doesn't help the distributor, or to ever put our corporate entity in competition with our own distributors, we would not explore it. But there are things that we will look to explore as we go into the future and embrace new ways of selling. Technology is changing things quickly, and I think that we will certainly find ways to make it better for the distributor in the future, but it will always involve the distributor.
The presence of tools such as blogs, social media, other forms of interconnected communication make direct selling the perfect business model for the 21st century. Because now, in the history of direct selling, it used to be was who I knew in my community, and maybe through a phone call or something from long distance. Now our long distance is as close as our nearest computer. So the fact that we can bring that tried and true, proven method of direct selling to the 21st century tools with blogs and other social media, that's the future of direct selling. So we believe direct selling is actually poised to be even more strategic for our growth than even as committed as we already have been to.
Good afternoon, this is Renz Chan of RenzFifteen.com. I got a question coming from a Facebook follower. They're asking about the product line. Since we already know about the launching of your product, how many product line are you planning to launch here in the Philippines? And another follow-up question would be, what are the target age group or age bracket? Are they focusing more on the young, the teenager, the millennials, or the young adults? What are the age bracket for your product line? It should be good for them. That would be.
So the first part of your question, the product line, as I mentioned, so we're mainly a systems company. So what that means is we have products that work together to get the health benefit that we're looking for. So we have two systems that we'll be launching. You can see those there in the brochures, and I know you started to take some pictures. There's a weight loss system, and there is a health system. And the products involved in that, for example, the weight loss system, the core products that will help you in your challenge with weight loss. For example, let's say you eat too much, and so there's an appetite suppressant to help you with that. That's a part of what we think and say, what's happening in your life that would cause you to have difficulty in losing your weight, and we have the different products associated with that. So as opposed to going through each of the products, because we'll launch those tomorrow, and you can see a little bit there, that gives you an example. And the health products we've actually excited about with using all the best benefits and science to be able to help give you the nutrition that your body needs, just with the gaps that we get from the food that we eat. You'll see that we have a complete system to be able to get you those foundational nutritional products. Related to a target age group that you asked about, really health is a journey across our whole life. So we're not targeting a particular age, like this is for teenagers or this is for millennials. They will benefit, millennials and all will benefit. Also those getting older, like I said, I'm 50 and I love the products and use the products. So really it's those who are looking to make that change in their life to make that change in their health. Do you want to add anything there? Did that answer your question, or do you have some follow-up question?
I have a follow-up question with regards to government agents, attached government agencies. This is a food supplement product. Have you coordinated or do you have any permits with regards to the FDA or any other Philippine government agency?
I would say that Xyngular is very proud because we are a very compliant company. So all of our products before we even launch has been registered with FDA. In fact, we have our product regulatory senior manager, that's Chad, who's in charge of all of those. And aside from that, DIR, SEC, everything has been compliant. So we are in good standing.
We do very good.
Hey, good morning. I just like to ask, what's your short and long-term goal for the Xyngular Philippines?
Short-term goal is to have a great launch event tomorrow. We believe that there's a very high ceiling for our potential market here in the Philippines. We think that with the commitment of the Philippine culture, interconnectedness of the country, the way people are social and interact with each other, we think that there are millions of dollars potential for future business here. We don't have an exact number for you because we don't do that. We don't sit down and say, well, we're only going to go to a country that can produce so much money. Our commitment to people everywhere we go is that we will operate as a profitable entity. So we always will have the financial backing to make sure that this is not a short-term entrance into the market. We're not coming here so we can go somewhere else. We're coming here to be here. Can it be a launch pad, as Mark was saying? Yes. We're very excited about the potential to use the Philippines as a stepping stone to other places. That's not, we're here to be here. So our long-term play here is to be here for 20, 30, 50, 100 years. This is not, we don't do anything for the short term. So short term, that's my joke. Short term is tomorrow. Long term is everything after. We're here for the long term.
So just to echo what Russ said and to tie the last couple of questions together, everything we do is looking for what's in the best long-term interest of our distributors and what's in the best long-term interest of the company, right? Because if you're looking down the road, you're not going to do something that you might think might be good short-term, but it's going to harm the long. And so we're always looking down the road from back when we started the company. Everything we did was looking down the road. If we do this, where's it going to take us? Is that where we want to go? And if it's not where we want to go, then what do we need to do to change direction to where we want to go? And one of the things that I'm pretty proud about here is we do that every year. So at the end of a year, we'll say, okay, how did this year go? Did our plan work? And if it did, great. We start planning for the next year. But if it didn't, where did it not work? Why did it not work? What do we need to change to make sure that we're going in the direction we want? Because again, echo Russ, it's got to be for the long term, right? Because our goals are not to do great this year or to open the Philippines and to have it go up and then down. We want to be here for the long term because we're talking about people's lives, right? And so you want to make sure that we're protecting our distributors, that we're protecting our employees, and we're making sure that the things we do are the right things for both for the long term. So again, registering all the products correctly before we came to the market. And there's some products that are still in registration. We're not going to launch them because they're not ready yet. Right? We wait until it's done before we go because it has to be done. So it's something we've been pretty particular on ever since day one.
Sorry, we're not passionate about this at all. I'm going to keep going. We get very frustrated. We as an executive team, we as a company, we get very frustrated with companies who are in it to make money from their distributors and then move on. That feels dishonest to us. And so one of the things that Mark and I have known each other for years, and one of the things that brought us together in this business was our commitment. That's not who we are. Our commitment is that it's going to be good for you today and tomorrow and in the future. So it's very easy to make short-term decisions that make money really fast. That's a business model. It's the difference between eating fast food and planting a farm. You go eat fast food and it feeds you. Now you've got to look at fast food and get it farm. Whereas if you grow a farm, you're growing something that's going to have long-term staying power for the future. We look to be here for a long time. All the decisions we make are all about what's down the road. It's just
I have another question. I agree that direct selling is the future. I see the potential, especially for the Filipinos' status of life. My question is, what makes Xyngular different from the other direct selling companies or MLM companies? Because I've seen a lot, especially on the internet.
This is a really good question, and sometimes difficult to answer because you would find that there are a lot of things about Xyngular that is similar to other companies that are out there. We have really tried hard to build something different, as I described earlier, in terms of how we treat our distributors, the WOW service. I think more than those things, though, the culture we have is very different. We have a culture in our company that is very collaborative, very supportive in our field. I've worked in other direct selling companies, and I think some of these guys have as well, where distributors don't collaborate. And sometimes they're almost fighting with each other as if they're trying to gain territory and space, and that is not the case at Xyngular. I think it's rooted in a couple of things. One being how we were founded and the way culture starts at the top. Mark and our founder, Rudy, were very intentional in the beginning about establishing a culture that would ask people to work together and to be collaborative. We also have, in our compensation model, we have 12 global bonus pools, which is very unusual in a company in direct sales. And those bonus pools start at our very first rank. So often, bonuses are set aside for the top people. And we started at the very first rank, and then for our first 12 ranks of our commission structure, they can earn into global bonus pools. And I say global intentionally because the Filipinos will participate in the volume generated by the people in the US or Canada or any other country that we're ever in. It all goes into the same pools, and regardless of where you live, you participate in it. It also means that if I am a distributor and I have an opportunity to go support Steve's group as a distributor, but Steve and I aren't in the same organization, if I go help Steve and his team to grow, I'm growing with global bonus pools. And so now I want to see Steve succeed. I want his team to win. And so I become a collaborator versus someone who's saying, oh, this is my kingdom over here and I'm going to protect it. That has been a big piece of establishing a winning culture in our field, where people, they get along, they enjoy each other, they want to help each other. We see people fly across the U.S. to support teams that aren't even in their organizations, and it's made for a very special feeling around the company. It's hard sometimes to quantify what culture means to an organization, but I believe that this is a very unique culture at Xyngular. I believe we have done things in our compensation structure, in our passport program, which is our travel and incentive program, that is very different than other companies. We really put a focus on the individual and what's best for them. And a lot of times, and I hate to say this about our industry, but there are companies that really just care about the bottom line. They care about the revenues, the profits, and if they have to step on some distributors to get there, they will. We never will. We're building this for them and doing things to make it different.
To add some clarity to something Curtis said, the bonus pools for most network marketing companies are reserved for the top. You get it when you get to the very top of the plan. The wealthiest people get to finally participate in some bonus at some very top of the compensation. And ours is the exact opposite. Mark and Rudy, when they set it up at the very beginning, was those first people. And we say all the time, you know, how much good could you do in the world if you could add a few $100s to somebody's income every month? Just a few hundred, right? Or a few thousand pesos. How much good would you do, right? And that's where our focus is. We love the fact that our compensation plan allows a few people to make a lot of money, but allows a lot of people to change their lives. That's our focus, is sort of how do we help those people, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hopefully millions in some benefit from a little bit more. That's significant.
Well, I want to echo something that Curtis said. So the travel program we talk about, that's part of one of the things that makes us different. To both Curtis and Russ's point, that culture of working together. We're kind of like one team, right? We're all in this together. We want to make sure that everybody's successful, not just me and my team, right? And we firmly believe in our distributors have adopted this, where I can only do so much alone. I can't do everything. I only have so many minutes in the day. I only know so much or have so many abilities. But all together, we can do a lot more, right? And our distributors understand this, and that's why, to Curtis's point, a lot of people fly across the U.S. or to Canada, and they're on calls and they're on video conferences with people who they're not in their organization, but yet I'm helping them because I know if I help them, it helps everybody. And it's further magnified by our travel program. So at a very early point, to Russ's point, we fly people to Utah. We take them to the office so they can see the employees and meet them and see the people that they talk to, see that it's real. We call it kicking the tires, right? It's real. This is a real place. Then we take them to the mountains and we talk to them about, the products and increase their product knowledge. We talk about their business and things that they can do to make sure they build the strongest, most long-lasting business. Well, they're there with a whole bunch of people they don't know, and they get to know them and they meet. And then the next time when they come to Utah or go to a conference, I love it when I'm walking down a hall and I see two people walking toward each other, and all of a sudden they're like, and they run up into each other hugging. I go, hey, they were in Utah or they were on a cruise or something together, and that's where they met. And they build those relationships, right? And those relationships are what really allow us to be there, because everybody, again, is alike in that we're here to do this together. We're here to help as many people be successful as possible, right? And so everybody's in, everybody's doing this together. And some of our people have said, my best friends don't live next door. They live clear across the country because I met them at this trip or this event, and our kids travel together. One of the highlights of my time here is when my oldest boy was in 12th grade, and some of his friends for their 12th grade graduation wanted to go down to a town a couple hours away and just kind of hang out together. And mom and dad didn't feel so good about that, so we said no. And he kind of was like sulky because he was a teenager. All my friends are going, why can't I go? And I said, listen, we want to do something with you, but let's do it as a family, right? For your graduation, let's go do something as a family. Well, he thought about different things he could do, and then he started asking questions. Well, we do a cruise every year in the Caribbean, right? So it was like, well, who's going on the cruise this year? And so we were telling him some of the distributors that were going. And he said, well, is it okay if we go as a family on that cruise with our distributors? And I just thought that was interesting that a 17-year-old boy would choose to go with our distributors. That's where he wanted to go, right? Because he knew them, he knew their kids, and he enjoyed being around them. And I thought that was very indicative of the quality of people and the type of culture and relationships that we have. Again, that this teenager, that's his choice. His choice isn't to go to California and lay on the beach, it's to go with our distributors. I think that's very telling and insightful into the kind of culture that we built and also the kind of people that we have in our company. It's pretty unique.
I want to clarify one point. I mentioned that we have 12 global bonus pools that people get to participate in. What I didn't share with you, because a lot of times people think, oh, you have so many bonus pools, it means you probably pay out less somewhere else. Those are 1% pools. So in other words, we commit 12% of our global sales volume to the pools, and then there's 1% in each pool. But we still pay out an additional 45% of global sales volume through our normal residual, or what we call residual earnings. It's our unilevel portion of our compensation structure. So together, you're already looking there at 57% of global sales volume is going back to the distributor. Plus we invest in their travel and trips, and we really put a lot to the people who are building the business. But I wanted to clarify that point just to understand, paying more pools wasn't by chipping away somewhere else. We still pay very richly on the sales generated by our salespeople as they connect with their customers and move products.
So I'd actually like to ask a question. You're a veteran of direct selling industry here in the Philippines. What do you think is?
Well, for one, it's the culture, which is very, very unique. So again, we have a culture within the company, and there is also a culture outside of the company, which involves the sales. And all of that evolves around family. And I would say that it's with Xyngular, it is very interesting to see that when you see somebody change their lives and you be part of it, it's an achievement basically. That's actually considered success from our end. And I would say that Xyngular would really go long term here in the Philippines, because as we start growing, I am also very confident that the support from U.S. headquarters would continue and would even be better and better as we move forward. You're all good? We're all good? Okay. Do we have last message?
Last message.
On behalf of all of us up here, we want to again thank you for coming today and for being here. To see some of you again, familiar faces, but also to meet some of you for the first time, and to have you here to learn a little bit more about us. My hope is that in the course of the time we have spent together, you have been able to see or hear or understand some of the things that do make us different, and to be able to capture some of the essence of Xyngular. We are very excited to be here in the Philippines. We have grown in the months that we've been here in preparation for this moment and meeting with the people who will be carrying our brand and our banner forward. We have just come to really love the Philippines and the Filipino people. There's so much about being here that warms our hearts and gets us very excited for the future. Russ mentioned in his opening comments, this idea that something big is coming, something big is here now. I shared with our office staff a week or so ago when I was on a Zoom call that something big isn't a specific product that we're bringing here. That something big isn't just the arrival of our brand, but the something big that's coming is the future. The Xyngular future for our team in our office, for our distributors, for the Filipino people. Tomorrow is really a launch point for that big thing. So when we say something big is coming, it wasn't meant to describe only a moment in time or a specific thing or product or anything of that nature. It was meant to describe the arrival of a vehicle that can carry people to a very promising future that we believe can help to improve the lives of many people here, to improve their own individual financial situations, which contribute to the economy of the Philippines as well. And so we believe that what we've accomplished over the last 10 years, I don't think any of us have mentioned, we are celebrating our 10-year anniversary as a company on December 1st this year. What we have accomplished in those 10 years has created a foundation for the future. It's created an opportunity for many people in North America, but it's also proven a model that works, and a commission structure that works, and a travel plan that works, and products that work, that now are here to bless the lives of the Filipino people and to see where they can go with this. So we're excited for that, for the future, for that something big that starts tomorrow as we build this locally. And then, as we said before, this becomes an opportunity for us to grow beyond here. But we go from here with the leadership of the Filipino people. So again, thank you for being here today. We are very grateful. We're excited for our event tomorrow. We're excited for the future.
Would you like us to see
Yes.
for a